What's up, everybody? Big Herc 916, and you tuned in to another edition of my vlog. And I'm hoping I can spread some positivity and motivate you to do something positive with your life, because life is all about change. And I get a lot of people asking me, Big Herc, how'd you get into the porn game? What made you get into the porn game? And how did you like being in the porn game? Well, I got into the porn game when I was 21 and I was fresh out of California Youth Authority. I was locked up from the time I was 18 to 21. Therefore, I had that gap in there when I didn't get any motherfucking pussy. So I was horny as a motherfucker. Actually, I did get to bust some cheeks of this one female who came up to visit on a weekend pass. Boy, I busted them cheeks out, bro, in the park with nature. And when I came to my moment, the birds just took off like it was a sign. They knew Big Herc had did his thing. Anyways, it was a great moment. I went back to my facility where I was being held at with a smile on my face, and it held me over until I got out. Anyways, how I got into the game. I was fresh out, 21, living in Orange County, and the whole time I was locked up, all I did was look at fiend books, porn books, smut books, and I fantasized about being one of those guys in there busting those female cheeks, man. I dreamed of busting cheeks, driving a Lambo, living in a big house, big ballin'. What man doesn't want to have women, cars, and money? And yeah, that was my fantasy. So when I got out, he got me a place, hooked up with a cat I had did some time with, and we became roommates, and got a job bouncing at a club in Newport Beach, and was skimming through the LA Weekly when I seen an ad for male adult stars. I said, male adult stars. I said, this is my motherfucking calling. So I responded to the ad, and I went down, and at the time it was Reb's Pretty Girl. This is back in 1994. Yeah, I lived in 94. And I went down on Santa Monica towards West Hollywood, and this little nondescript building, and went upstairs, and basically, they filled out the application, and old boy asked me, hey man, are you good to go? Can you get a wood? I'm like, yeah. Shit, got undressed, went back in the little room, wasn't but a few strokes, and I was ready to go. And they're like, okay, took some pictures. You do the front shot, side shot, back shot. They want to see what your body looked like, and I was yoked up. I wouldn't like these torp ass little motherfuckers out here today. At 21, I was in good shape. And yeah, they took my picture, created a file, went about my way. Probably a week later, I got a call, Big Herc. That was my nickname I chose, and I chose Big Herc because that was the nickname some of the homies that gave me in Sac County Jail, so I stuck with it. It was initially Black Hercules, and then it went to Big Hercules, and then it went to Big Herc. So Big Herc was my stage name. And I went and did this scene. It was out in, I believe, Chatsworth somewhere at this house. And, I had never been on camera fucking. I had done a lot of fucking, but never on camera. And, I walk in, they got shit going on in the back, and I'm trying to look. I see motherfuckers, moaning and groaning and lights and sweat and shit. And I'm like, oh shit, this is for real. And I kind of peeped out the scene. I went into another room, kind of waited and drank me some water, tried to, compose myself so I can get ready. Didn't want to fail on my first attempt as a porn star. And yeah, it was me and this other cat named Magnum, I think. And Cinnamon was the girl at the time. And it was a DP scene. Never done a DP. I never even heard of a DP. So when they explained it, I'm like, oh shit, DP, okay. I read about this in the porn books. So, we got to, starting the scene off, and, she sucking on me, then sucking on him, and, he trying to fuck, and then I'm fucking, and, I'm like, fuck, this shit is going down. And I got to pounding the motherfucking cooter. I'm pounding the cooter, and he's got his swipe in her mouth. After a while, we switch up, and he can't seem to pound at the time because I think he was fucking with a little bit of that nose candy. So I'm like, fuck it, I went back to pounding. Then it was time for the DP. And he was the anchor and I was on the top. I was gonna bust out them cheeks. So we're sitting there and, I'm in the cheeks, I'm busting it out, but he's just kind of like flopping around. And, it was in sometimes, in and out sometimes. Anyways, I'm like, fuck it, I kept doing my thing. And eventually, he got a little rhythm, we got it going. She was taking it like a champ. And when it came time for the pop shot, boop, it was all over the face. Yeah, facial shot. And, got my little check. It wasn't a whole lot. I want to say $150 at the most. I don't think it was $200. But I was happy. I was 21, and I just made $150 for busting some motherfucking female cheeks. And it was a great experience, man. I don't have any regrets about getting in the game. A lot of people are, feel all used, and the game was all, man, it's just so depressing, and people do things because of this and that. Man, I was never molested as a kid. I never had any issues with people touching on me when I was a child, or any of that bullshit. I wasn't on drugs, I wasn't strung out. I just like to fuck. I've always been a motherfucking coochie assassin. When I was in high school, I was assassinating coochies. Any opportunity I got, I was climbing through some female's window, tearing them coochie up. You know what I mean? So that's what I was doing. So when I got the opportunity to do it professionally, I thought, hey man, this is the opportunity of a lifetime. Since I'm not playing football, pro ball, I figure, hey man, the next best thing is busting female cheeks. But the pay wasn't the same, man. I seen that little ass check and I'm thinking, damn, how many times I gotta fuck to really get my money on? And this is back in the 90s, man. So, there was no internet. The game was all old school cameras, wasn't no motherfucking smartphones, none of that bullshit. So, yeah, man, I had a great career in the porn industry. Did over 100 something movies. I got to go to Japan, busted out about 20 females over a 10-day period, Japanese girls, none of them spoke English. It was a beautiful thing, man. And I had fun, man. When I tell these stories to guys, and, some guys want to feel all uncomfortable, and, oh, man, hey, man, I'm not religious, so I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? I love pussy, and I enjoy being in the business. And, of course, you're going to get those comments, oh, man, how'd you do the movies with a small dick? Well, nigga, my dick worked. Didn't have no complaints, smelled good, looked good, women love me, so I made the best of it. Now, a lot of cats that come around, oh, nigga, I got a big dick, this and that. I used to hook motherfuckers up. Hey, man, you got a big dick? You can sling that shit, come down to the set. Most of the time, I would hear crickets because they wouldn't show. Motherfuckers would book a location, have the girl ready, straight, no show. So, it's all about what you have in your head. And I don't have any past regrets. Fortunate enough to have made a transition into other things, and I didn't let the industry burn me out. Shout out to everybody in the industry that I work with, people that gave me an opportunity. And yeah, man, I don't have nothing bad to say about the industry. I don't know what direction it's going in. And, people also say gay shit. Oh, man, guys are doing gay porn if they got to do straight porn. No, they're not. The motherfuckers who chose to do gay porn chose to do gay porn. The guys who chose to do straight porn chose to do straight porn. And, back then you had to get your tests every 30 days. Now I think it's every couple weeks, or depending on the scene, you got to get it right before the scene. I know a couple of times we had to get our test right before the scene. Back then there wasn't as many condom scenes. There was no BBWs. There was no cream pies. They had just started doing bukkakis. And the game was, it was great. I had a fun experience. And, each coochie assassination was like, I don't know, man. It was like its own individual blessing. So to the industry, hey, man, keep doing your thing. To those out there who are making it happen, women, dudes, hey, there's nothing bad about what you're doing, man, because motherfuckers sit around and jack off to you, so it's a good thing. And if it wasn't for the porn industry, you'd have more deviance because motherfuckers don't have anything to vent through. A lot of times they're suppressing their sexual desires, and it results in motherfuckers doing sick shit. Look at the stuff going on with the churches, with the kids, with, you know, people abusing these fucking kids, these other sick fucks who are in these relationships and then they turn around or been fucking with boys. They all need their motherfucking wig split. But the porn industry gives you an avenue when it's legit. Not that shit that ain't legit. I'm talking about with consenting adults. There's nothing wrong with it. So the porn industry, yeah, keep doing your thing. Big Herc. Subscribe to the channel. This video I know is gonna get a lot of controversy, but hey, man, it is a part of my life, and I'm not gonna hide from it. I loved it. You know what I'm saying? I have fun. And you know, if you like eating, you know, different flavors of ice cream and Skittles and shit, then hey, man, you know where I'm coming from. Big Herc 916, man, getting down.